Hello everyone, it's Richard here, and I just thought I'd let you update you on number 22, I think it is, of Life Screen and Games. So I'll start with Life. My wrist, I have more mobility, still painful when I get to there, painful there, painful there. I am, when I do those exercises, that's pulling a little bit there and pulling down there, mainly down there. Feels like the ulnar is pulling a lot. I'm getting a lot of very painful pricks just down there, so I need to have a talk with my consultant in a week and a half about that, and possibly it might actually be the physio, which is 2 days after that. So yeah, I've started trying to do some exercises with first of all, just to get used to get back into exercising again, with one of the YouTube channels I follow, and unfortunately I did it a little bit too vigorously, one of them, and some squats, and I ended up hurting my back, so that's put me out of action for 4 days now with not being able to exercise, so that's annoyed me a lot. I haven't had a bad back in over 2.5 years. The good thing is it's taken my mind off a lot about my wrist. I've done a lot more, but the thing is I've been doing too much. And there's the post. So it's a bit difficult at the moment. I'm going to heat my pack up and put it down on my back and keep heating up every hour and a half to help me. I've just had a nice warm bath, so I've got a little bit of mobility at the moment, so that's nice. Just when the heat wears off, my back will go back to the usual. For me, diet wise, all the sugary rubbish, biscuits and things have all gone now. Ooh, I'll do it that way instead. So that's good. Girls are slowly going through theirs, but not very fast, so I'm just glad that I can't eat theirs. Right. Next thing, my mum and dad bought us for Christmas a slow cooker. That's been really good. So tasty things coming out of it. Just putting gammon joint in there with loads of vegetables, a little bit of water, just cooking it up, and lasting me for what, 3 days. I can eat it lunch and tea. I enjoy it so much I'm not bothered about eating the same thing twice, 3 times a day. Right, that's that car. Vic's car is on the road. The knocking when the steering turns still hasn't been sorted. It needs its MOT at the end of the month. My father-in-law says it needs brake disc and pads. It's going to cost about £88 for that. Then there's the MOT, and the postman just put through the door, what I've been seeing there is a tax disc reminder for it as well. So, a load of money. A lot of money. So that's annoying. I have to do that, or I have to do my tax online as well. So that's going to be fun. We still don't have to pay anything at the moment. Right, that's life over and done with. Now let's go to the next bit. Screen. Since, well, we only got Love Film on a trial basis again of 3 months, and that ran out. We ended up having to pay an extra month by accident because we didn't know when it'd finish, and it automatically came out, so we've just knocked that on its head, sent the last disc back, and we don't have that anymore, so unfortunately I can't watch the last half of Series 3 of the original Star Trek. Elizabeth was almost through Young Justice, where we're all watching it together, so it's a little bit disappointing, but it's good to have the time back, because it was a big time sink. So Vic and I decided to, because we watched The Hobbit then all the special features, and then The Hobbit again. We enjoyed it so much we thought we'd start on Fellowship of the Ring again. And we watched the first hour and a half of that, and then we suddenly thought, well, why are we not letting Elizabeth watch it? She's now old enough. So she did try and watch it many years ago, but she only got halfway through Fellowship. And that was it. So we let her watch it. She'd taken us 4 nights to watch it in increments, and she's finished watching Fellowship and she really enjoyed it. And I enjoyed watching it again, and I think so did my wife. It hasn't really dated at all in the 10-12 years since it was done, I think. 2001, yeah, 12 years. So that's awesome. I did see a continuity error on one of my favourite scenes with Boromir dying, but actually we watched one of the special features again last night, just to, you know, get that nostalgia back, because we've already watched them many years ago, so we thought we'd watch it again. And it was about the character and the filming, and apparently that scene they filmed Boromir first, then they went to lunch, and then they filmed Aragorn. So the hand disappearing from Aragorn's shoulder was, yeah, okay, fine. They should have caught it, but it doesn't matter. It's neither here nor there. The nice thing about watching that was we found out that Ian Holm, his acting style is exactly the same as Martin Freeman, where he does, every take he does, there is something different to make it a different performance, to allow the director more leeway into how he wants to tell a story. Martin Freeman's exactly the same. So to actually get 2 actors which actually act in the same way to play the same part 12 years apart, I think that's a really good coincidence. It's awesome as well. Also, it's nice to actually see how people have changed by watching the 2 making of so different apart. We will be continuing, I don't know whether it'll be until weekend, with 2 Towers with Elizabeth. We'll have to watch it in 4 parts again, because we don't really want her up too late. And I'll comment on it then. Man of Steel, we've now watched all the special features, little as they were, of Man of Steel. And we both agree, Victoria and I, that The Hobbit is a far superior film. Since getting it, Man of Steel is alright. It is lacking. I think what annoys Vic and I is it's a science fiction Superman still. Don't have any problem with Henry Cavill at all, and I think he's an absolute excellent Superman, and I think he'll be an even better Clark Kent. Just not looking forward to the new movie. What's coming out is not good. But the special features on Man of Steel, I think it's because we watched The Hobbit special features, and you got so much into it, you got so ingrained into it, you felt as though you knew the characters and knew the actors as well personally. And then this, it skims over and doesn't really give you the meat and gravy, and it's always like, oh yes, we all love each other, blah 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 blah. Where in The Hobbit one you actually hear about people joking about strange attitudes and feuds and things like that, but they all end up being friends. But that's what makes it entertaining. I'd rather watch that than soap operas, which I never watch anyway. Right, so that's that section of screen done. Now to the next. Games. I'm continuing with doing SDL, programming language, to create games, to make a framework. I'm still following that SDL book, but I'm changing it heavily as I go along. I found out there are lots of memory leaks. A lot of the reasoning behind it isn't explained properly, so you have to do extra searching and stuff like that to understand what he's on about. And you keep having to dip into his source code to actually find out how he lays out some of the structures, because some of them aren't exactly intuitive, and some of his coding is what a lot of gaming people would say unnecessary, and some of it's not dangerous, but a lot of people in the gaming industry for some reason don't like a function class called singleton, where you create only one single thing. I can't understand why you should create it like this, because for a start, if you're the programmer, you only ask to create create a class once, have a static function in it. If that's filled up, you can't create it again. So there you go. That basically is how I would do that. To people who don't know programming, that would probably go straight over your head. So sorry about that. I am planning to do a game, platformer for my daughter, and I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm supposed to be helping a friend of ours, Howard Hogarth, with it's not exactly a game, it's more like an interactive question and answer thing he wants, and I'm going to use the SDL for that and see if he can actually project it, because he's going to take it to churches and do it that way. So I'm going to, because it's an easy system to do. I tried doing Canvas HTML5, but for some reason I don't think his Internet Explorer is 9 and above, so he couldn't see any of it. So I'm going to have to do it that way instead. But I do have many plans for games in the future, and this could be a jumping off point to get back into doing DirectX again on the Game Institute website, which I got into and never completed. Next thing is YouTube. I'm trying to cut down now the amount of time I'm actually on YouTube so I can get other things done. The reason why I got so much into YouTube is because I was convalescing. There was nothing else really for me to do. Now there is other things for me to do. I can start doing slight bits of washing up. I can do cutlery and plates, but nothing heavy. I can do ironing. Well, hopefully at the moment I'll be able to do that, because I haven't tried it this week with my bad back. But I'm going to try and do some tidying up, because I'm sick of the house being a tape. One of the rules of my convalescence was basically, if it doesn't need it, leave it. So I need to get back into that mind frame of actually trying to keep the place tidy, because it's not very good. So there you go, dirty secrets are out. I have started playing Lord of the Rings online again over the last week, every so often, and a little bit of typing in between, doing coding for the game framework, and that's helped my fingers a lot, because I don't move my wrist really, I just move my arm, like that. Sorry. So it's good practice for the muscles and ligaments, because it's not really a fast game. It's helping me. It's a little bit like Terraria really. It's just an extension that, instead of actually just being there with Terraria and the mouse in that hand, I have to go up to the keyboard and sometimes forcibly turn my hand that way and that way, and it's good because I'm enjoying it and I'm also exercising it at the same time, so that's fantastic. The next thing is my wife and I ended up with some ex-business iPhones to help us keep our contacts together, and I can actually use that to help beta a friend's game. He asked me a while ago, I said yes, and then suddenly I had to give back word on it, which unfortunately really upset me that I had to do that. But the time wasn't right, and suddenly the time is right, and we've been thankfully bequeathed these very kindly by Vic's work, and I can help him with that, so that's really good, which might actually be a jumping off point to doing my own stuff as well once I've got into the game programming again full time. I'm planning though for my business to do, during the day I'm going to do artwork, try and market that and sell that, and then at night I'm going to try and do the game programming. It's all good ideas are actually great until implementation, then nothing ever goes as planned, especially in this household. So I'm hoping that's going to happen like that. That really is it for now. I'm thinking this is probably going to be the one for this week. I know it's at the beginning of the week, not at the end of the week, but I might as well give you an update after the consultation, which is a week on Tuesday, and I might do a quick update after that on the Friday, which means that I've been to the physio. So, and I'm going to try and get photographs of the X-ray which I'm having to show you the developments. Right, thank you very much all for watching, and sorry for boring you, and I'll see you all soon. Take care for now. Bye.